Yo, 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 what's going on? It's your boy, Old Scruggs. Out here in the park playground. I ain't sure which one it is. Guess it's both. But anyway, we out here, some good weather, sitting outside thinking. I'm a hip hop head. You seen some other videos. You see, I talk about rap stuff also. And I was just sitting here thinking to myself because I was on Twitter. You know how Twitter is always something going on, something controversial or whatever. But anyway, and they was having discussions of who's the best rapper ever. And what was interesting about the whole conversation, the whole thread, is that you had different people of different demographics, different ages and everything that was chiming in. Yeah, man, it creep up on you. Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah. But you had different demographics, different people with different backgrounds, people from different parts of the country, different age groups. Everybody had their own opinion. You know, you had a lot of common names, but you had a lot of other names, and people was arguing. I'm like, you can't. It's subjective. You know, music is subjective. It's like movies, things like that, like a lot of things. And but we all have our personal opinion. A lot of us have strong conviction on things like who we think. You know, like with certain people are. Who the best rapper? Is it Brian or Jordan? You know, Holly Berry or you know Stacey Dash. You know what I mean? We had those type of conversations, but you can't really tell somebody else what they like because some people say, well, look at record sales, look at popularity, and I'm like, yeah, those popularity, record sales, influence, you know, all that. Longevity, all that are factors. No one factor is necessarily greater than the other. They all go into that pot of gumbo, and that's how, you know, however you divide it up is who's the best. But I don't know. In rap I grew up in the '80s, so I feel like I grew up with hip hop because I mean rap was around in the late '70s, but the '80s is really when it really became hip hop, like where you really, because before that, you know, it was more so the DJ was who ran the show. Then you have you know, the MC was really just a dude that would talk during the beat break or whatever. I don't want to give a whole hip hop lesson, but you know, it wasn't really until Curtis Blow, Melly Mel, you know what I mean, people like that, Kool Moe Dee, people that came along that were really like spitting whole songs and lyrics and things like that. So that's why I say I feel like I grew up with it, because I grew up in the '80s, and that's when hip hop really, being hip hop like the same age. That's the way I look at it, truthfully. We born at the same time, give or take a year here and there, and but like I said, it's subjective. And then you got certain names that's gonna come up more than other names. That's just a given. Even though it's subjective, you still, you know, you're gonna get a lot of Rakims, a lot of KRS Ones, a lot of Nas's, Jay-Z's, Tupac's, you know what I mean, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole. You're gonna get Kanye, you're gonna get a lot of the same names, but you also gonna get a lot of different names. It was people putting names on their rappers I didn't even know existed. I've never heard of them. And you know, sometimes you're like, all right, this people trolling, playing around, but then you realize like, nah, this is real. You Google like, oh, this is a real rapper. You know what I'm saying? But this something they listening, you know, this something the 26-year-old in Minnesota is listening to. That's what's popping up there. You know, so, but who is the best rapper ever, in your opinion? Remember, it's your opinion. And then it's not just necessarily who's the best. Like you could have an amazing top 20, top 50. Like you could list 50 rappers that you listen to and you like all of them. Some you just like more than others. You know what I mean? So it ain't just about who's the one, but that number one spot. You know what I mean? Like Nelly said, I'm coming for that number one spot. Or was that Ludacris? Dirt bike something. Mad loud. But I get Nelly and Ludacris songs mixed up sometimes. Coming for that number one spot. That's Ludacris. But I feel like Nelly had I am number one. That one, all right. I don't know if I got off on that. But anyway. And rap has changed so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to listen to, of course I listen more of what I grew up on, mostly 90s, early 2000s, 80s. That's like more what I'm most familiar with. But I keep up with some of the current stuff too. Not as much as I do with my own shit. But you know, I keep up with the current artists, see what they like. I had heard Migos songs before, but I never heard a whole Migos album until this year. And when they put out, was it Culture 3? It's the first Migos album I actually like fully listened to. And the only reason why I even gave it a listen to, not that I got anything against the Migos, just I got enough music to listen to, and they just ain't, you know, they ain't in my wheelhouse really. It's like I enjoy them when I hear the songs I hear, but I don't go doing it on my own. But anyway, I heard Joe Budden was giving the album saying it was good. Now you never know with Joe Budden. You know, he say anything sometimes, but I heard him give it a good review, and the way he explained it, me and Joe Budden from the same era, so the way he explained it, like they was really rapping on this one, I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. Let me check it out. And shit just so much easier now with streaming. You know, it ain't like going out buying a CD, going out buying a tape. Like streaming is just, I was like, it's on my phone. I already got Apple Music, it's paid for. Why not check it out? And I listened to it and I was like, you know what, it's pretty good. You know what I mean? Actually, I like that Migos album. But yeah, I try to stay up to date on current stuff, but I can't keep up with everything. There's so many littles and babies and youngs, and I can't keep up. You know who I like? I think he actually just got shot recently. All these rappers, that's another thing, man. What's going on with all these rappers getting shot? This shit is crazy. Like, you get in that position, man, I'd be the most law-abiding citizen sitting up in my mansion, traveling the world. And I mean, the last thing I'd be thinking about is getting in some shootout or some beef with somebody. And I got all this money, you know what I mean, fame or whatever. But anyway, what's the dude named Spot 'em Got 'em? We had that song, was it Ready, Get It Started? Bitch, I know more from Instagram, that dude that was doing the walk with it or whatever. But I actually like that one song. I don't know what the hell he's saying. I'm probably old enough to be his dad. He from Florida, I'm from Philly. But you know what? Good music is good music. I was like, you know, I like this song. Now, would I listen to a whole album of it? Hell no. But that one song, I was like, you know, that's good enough for me. There's still something new. But anyway, leave a comment, leave a message. Who's the greatest rapper ever? Not the greatest rapper alive, period. Dead or alive, who's the greatest rapper ever? Who your top 3, something like that. Oh, Scrubs.